Good day, everyone. So, welcome to our lesson 08, Web Technology under the TLE 04. So, this is for this will include for your finals. Okay, so we will talk about the web technology. And for our objectives, understand the terms in web technology, break down the types of website, create useful information to post online. Okay, so for a while, please think about this pictures. What is the difference of the two? Okay, so I hope you have your idea, and later on, we will check if you have your correct imagination or idea about these two pictures. Okay, so for now, let's identify first the internet. So internet, it refers to a collection of computer and cables forming a communication network. It is intended to carry computer data similar to telephone network, which is intended to carry conversation. So everyone are using internet and everyone knows what is internet kasi that includes to our everyday routine. Okay, we cannot access class, the synchronous class, the webinar, the live webinar. We cannot access the social media account, or we cannot access websites without the internet connection. Okay, so through internet class, it communicates or it connects to the other places, other services, or other servers, and also other computer data. So we can share or collaborate ideas. So using the internet, so we can communicate to other people, diba? So previously or dati, when we talk internet, that is only a need, and wants, okay? The only wants to connect. But now, in this generation, in this time of pandemic, internet is a need. And everyone and every day that includes in our routine. Next is intranet. So intranet is a private network contained in an enterprise that includes connection through one or more gateway computers to the outside internet. So when we talk about the class, the intranet, that is consider as in a organization or a large company. They have their own network na they can share their paperwork, their ideas, their messages through that intranet. So for example, class ng intranet is our, or a private network is our SharePoint, or yung sa Microsoft SharePoint natin. Okay, so some of you experience about the SharePoint. So for example, you have your video and then you have your MS Teams account, and then you are going to class to save your videos, and then you are going to share that with me, so I can access only if I have the school email also. So the accessing of the SharePoint or yung Drive class doon sa Microsoft Teams is only intended for the Holy Child staff, students, and the rest of the employees. So that is intranet kasi that is a private network na can be accessed only within the organization. The next is extranet. So when we talk about the extranet, that is also a private network that uses internet technology and the public telecommunication system to securely share part of business information or operation with suppliers, vendors, partners, customers, or other business. So for example, in our company or in one business, they already have the intranet class. The extranet can be an intranet because that is also a private network, but then the difference is in the extranet naman, this network can be accessible for the other business naman or other company or a large company. Okay, so for example, si Holy Child, it connects to the other school. Okay, yung SharePoint nila. So that is already an extranet. Kasi within the organization or within that company, pwede siya class ma-access to the other company na naman. Okay? Then next is the web browser. Okay, so what is the web browser? So if you see, we have here the images, the Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome, Microsoft Internet Explorer, Opera, Apple Safari for Apple users or iPhone or sa mga iOS. Okay, so it is an application software allowing users to access and view web page. So using the browser class, we access, for example, the www.blogspot.com, your blog. Okay, so we use the web browser to access the websites. Okay, so that means it could be yung web browser ninyo is yung Google Chrome sa cellphone ninyo. So those are applications na we are using to access websites or web page. So yun yung siya class C, si web browser. So for example, I will ask you, ano yung browser dyan sa cellphone mo? Then you will answer me na Google Chrome. That is the usual na gamit using the cellphone. Kapag ka naman, for example, that is in your laptop or computer, usually we have this four: Mozilla Firefox, Microsoft Internet Explorer, and the Opera. So if we are an iOS users or Apple company na mga application, so Apple Safari. Okay, so that is the web browsers class. So those are just an example. A lot of browser pa kasi class yung meron. Okay. So next is the web page. Since si web browser can access the web page, now what is the web page? Okay, so a page consisting HTML documents stored on a web server. Okay, so for example, this website, the school website. Okay, if you notice, we have here the home, admission process, program offered, about HCCI, LMS questions, login, enroll now. If we are going to click last, the enroll now, there will be another page. Tama? Those information na kailangan nyo naman i-fill in. So that is considered as another web page. So pag click nyo class ng admission process, there will be another information or another page. So that is considered as a web page. Okay, so in that particular website, we have the web page. So for example, in your blogspot, since you are required to have at least 2 to 3 web page, so you are creating class the 3 or 2 different pages and different information every links. Okay, so that is considered as a web page. So when we talk about the the website, so this is a collection of connected web pages stored on a web server. So for example, this is the website, a school website. So the school website has its web pages. So for example, yung book natin class, yung book is website yan. So si book consists of pages. Okay? So yun yung siya si web page. And then sa website, yun yung siya class yung kabuuan mo. Okay? So yung website ninyo or yung website na gamit ninyo for the blog is the blogspot.com. Okay? In your blog, you have your different pages. Okay? So example ng website. So we have the educational websites. What are those educational websites? Okay, so for example, that is a school website, the SHED organization website, DepEd organization website, yon. So those are connected with education. Next is business website. A business website, it could be the marketing, posting marketing strategy, um, consider the e-commerce website. So that is part of the e-commerce, yung buying and selling of the products, services. Okay, but usually business website has its own category and the e-commerce website. Okay, when we talk about the e-commerce website naman kasi class is yun yung siya si buying and selling. Kumbaga, there will be an interaction with the buying and selling of the products or services. Business website, it could be just a marketing, provides informations or a strategy. Okay, or you are just posting about your business. So that is a business website. Next is the media websites. We all know that the media is that is the means or tools for communication. So for example, we have the news online website. Okay, so for example, yung mga ABS-CBN News, blah, blah, blah. Yung mga online websites class na will talk about the media. And also that your social media accounts that is considered as media websites. The next is the non-profit website. So those websites naman class na just for viewing or they're just informing, okay, the audience. So that is a non-profit. Okay, yung kumbaga walang earnings doon na mga website. And a lot of types of website pa. So this is just the common website class example. So next is, since we are talking about the website, sa website class we have the hypertext. Okay, so in hypertext, this is a computer system that could store literacy documents, link them according to logical relationships, and permit readers to comment and annotate what they read. Okay, so we can comment class in your website. We can read the informations. So we can link or yung mga links ninyo sa pages ninyo. So that is the hypertext na ginatawag. And what is HTML naman class? So hypertext markup language, it refers to plain text, the ASCII codes or the American Standard Codes yan class, document with embedded HTML tags. So if you have your experience in your junior high, usually if you are in the private school, so you experience about the programming and na-discuss yun siya doon si HTML. So in creating a web development or website, so you have to understand also the HTML. But of course, in your case, hindi naman kayo mag-IT or let's say you will not focus on the specification or fields. So we don't need to tackle this one. But of course, if we have the face-to-face, that will include in your laboratory kasi class. Okay, so this is just an example of the HTML codes. Okay, so HTML codes, so we are using Notepad. So if you have your computer or laptop, so si Notepad, pwede doon class yung platform to edit. Okay, pero a lot of example pa man din. Okay, yung mga Sublime, yun. So ito, HTML. So every time that we open, we close the tags. So if you notice, we have the open HTML tags, then we have the close HTML tags. Okay, so we have the body. So in the body class, this includes your content of your website. So dito yun siya nalagay. So for example naman, if we are using the Sublime, so naka-color yung codes natin. So may HTML, pwede na maglagay tayo ng head dito. Okay, pero hindi pwede class na si body before ng head. So si si head and then the title is before the body. Kasi ito si head is only in the title. So if you will notice class sa mga website, okay, so for example, itong sa school website, yung sa taas, yung may URL, www dot. And then yung sa taas niya pa, kumbaga dito sa PowerPoint natin is the title. Ito. Okay, itong sa taas ng PowerPoint, yung title bar niya. So, yun siya si title dito sa HTML. H1 for heading 1. So, ano yun sa class, mag-iba yung font niya. Then, yung PS, that is paragraph. So, when we are going to close class the tags, so, i-close mo class yung tags, doon lang sa class content na gusto mo i-apply yung particular elements or attributes. Okay. So next is other internet services. So we have the electronic mail or the email. Of course, we are using that one. Gmail account or your Yahoo Mail account. Then the chat rooms. So for example, in the Google account class, yung chat rooms doon is the Hangouts. Okay, so we consider also the Messenger sa Facebook ninyo and a lot more. And also the internet telephony. So since we are using the internet, so consider that the telephone includes there. So for example, may internet kayo, nagpa-internet kayo, 'di ba? May free na yan siya na telephone. And then news group. Okay, that is part of other internet services also. Kasi news is very important. Next is the search engine. So, ano si search engine? This is a program that finds websites and pages. So, it helps the user find particular information about certain topics or locate particular web page for which they do not know the exact web address. Okay? So, if you remember yung sa first natin kanina, yung Google Chrome, and then the google.com. So ito siya class, si google.com, bing.com, yahoo.com, ask.com are the search engines. Okay? So, yun ang difference nila ni web browser. Si browser kasi class is yung Google Chrome. Okay? So, for example, sa Google Chrome, mag-search tayo, so google.com. So, si google.com is the search engine. Okay? Kung saan tayo class mag-open ng or kung saan tayo mag-ask ng questions. Okay, so for example, what is ICT? Okay, saan ka ba magpunta? 'Di ba sa google.com? Some of you will go to yahoo.com, ask.com, bing.com, sometimes lang yan siya. And hindi yan siya dito sa atin na country. But of course, you can research using the Bing. Parang same lang din yan sila class, but then iba-iba sila na server kasi. So may mga information na nandun sa google.com or yes na wala or minsan hindi siya priority doon sa yahoo.com. Yan. The next is the types of website. So types of website, we have the portal. So for example, that is a student portal, guidance counselor portal, so portal ng specific topic. Then the news, of course, the news website, informational websites. So in informational naman class, kadalasan that is only for viewing. Okay? Yung for viewing, I mean without the interaction of the users. Next is the business or marketing. Okay? The educational, entertainment. So for example, entertainment, the YouTube, Spotify, yan. Advocacy. So there are some websites class na for advocacy naman kasi. Okay? The next is the blog. Okay? Yung ginagawa ninyo. And also the personal websites. Things that makes websites separated. So we have two. So we have the static websites and the dynamic website. So ano si static website? So when we talk about the static website class, one that are fixed and display the same content for every user, usually written exclusively in HTML, informational. So si static website, for example, we are going to research class yung yung that particular website, um kumbaga sa static, wala siyang class, wala siyang interaction with the user na they will ask the user or the audience to fill in the information, create an account. Okay, so static yan siya, so informational for viewing alone. Okay, so for example, yung ginawa ko or yung example na RG photography. So that is static kasi I am just informing you about my photos or yung mga shots ko. Okay. So wala akong um gin-ask kay user or kay audience kung sino man ang mag-visit ng website. Walang information na kinuha, okay? So walang mga buttons doon na click to log in, click to be a member, 'yon. But when we talk about the dynamic website naman, one that can display different content and provide user interaction. So you have the interaction with that particular website by making use of advanced programming and databases. Since kapag may interaction yung class, so that means may database yun siya. So ano naman si database? That is to store the data. So doon class nasi-save yung data. So for example, login account using the Facebook. Create an account using the Facebook. So may database yun siya. Kasi masi-save doon ang info mo. So that is dynamic website na ginatawag. Kasi may interaction siya class. Okay? So that means that is functional. So may function siya. Okay? So in your case, static website yun siya, yung blog ninyo, but it could be a dynamic website if we are going to have a page class or may page kayo doon na click to log in, for example yun, or let's say click to be a member, yun. So we are talking about the interaction so that the website can be dynamic. And then of course meron siyang the advanced programming and also it stored the data. So since you are asking for the data for the user, so mas-save yun siya class doon sa database mo, and then that is dynamic website. Okay, so that's all for the web technology class. So again, let's have the recap. So we are talking about the internet, the browser, the search engines, and then also the types of websites. Okay, so I hope that you will include in your blog class to post the online information or information about your blog. Okay, so for example, that is a cooking. So maybe we can have a little bit information about that particular cooking, or for example about your recipe. So that is the information na we use to apply in our online platform. So I hope that you understand the topic. So that is web technology. Again, thank you everyone, and see you to the next clip.